Hello, my name is Sylvia. This is for Public Health 205. I'm gonna present Beyond Secondhand Smoke. Choose this topic because it's really important to me. Some Members of my family smoke, and I'm concerned, especially for the young ones, the my nieces and nephews, that they still my nephew are a teenager, even pre-teenager, and engage in vaping. Besides, they are exposed to secondhand smoke and third-hand smoke around their friends that also smoke and family. Also, the topic is because tobacco is the leading cause of preventable um, illness, disabilities, and deaths in the United States. The mortality and illness is another concern for secondhand smoke because it's caused premature mortality. Um, Today is more than 600 million Americans living with a disease caused by smoking. And the effects of secondhand smoke in affects the entire body and damage the body in many forms, like you can see vascular conditions like the heart, the arteries. You can cause high blood pressure, heart attack, and cancer. You know, um, also the secondhand smoke having um, disparity on the minority population. Usually, those are people that live, below the poverty level. They live in units, multi-units house, and they are social marginalized communities, like homeless, people with substance abuse, gays, disabled people, people with mental health wellness. They already have like a short lifespan and compared to general population. So being exposed to nicotine, the secondhand smoke will increase mortality, um, risk increase like higher. And the new population that is now is you see recently being exposed is the rural population have been exposed to secondhand smoke. Most of occupations that high risk of smoke, secondhand smoke, are the ones in the industrial um, workers, and the ones on the casinos, which is like extremely high that exposure, that that you live here in the Las Vegas, and in other parts it's 95 to 98%. We have another occupations too, that service occupations that also have exposures to secondhand smoke. Um, but it is what exactly secondhand smoke, they're knowing also for environmental tobacco smoke. Um, and ETS, and the exposures are usually involuntary and passive. It's just not just the breathe out of the smoke and exhale of the smoker, but it's the end of the breathing, that the burn end of the cigarettes, the tobacco, and that includes not just the cigarettes, but the e-cigarettes and the vapors, which people think is like a harmless, but it's not. Most of them contain nicotine, and the secondhand smoke and the burnout of the cigarettes is containing a higher concentration of nicotine. That's why it's very dangerous and can cause many conditions. For example, the effects of these conditions on kids are sudden infant death. They have effects on the brain development of the kids. It's slowed down the growth, so it's affected like more severe the kids because they are still in development. As you can see over here, the spirit also they are also in the kids, the American blacks, the non-Hispanics is the high population effects, the one you can see over here. The yellower origin is like people of like living below of the income. So on the children levels too, they are really the race that is the same for the adults and the children, the ones that affect. But the concern the most is that the children, because you have another one third hand smoke with is the basically the residues that's coming from the toxic that stick out on the clothes and on the furniture and everything, and this also is extremely dangerous, especially for the little ones, because there are most of the putting things on the mouth, and this affected like not just increase the risk of cancer like in the adult, but the ability to heal infections, injuries, and damage the DNA, and like again, it worsens the respiratory condition. So we have to be really concerned because nowadays you live with the virus, and they are really susceptible at high risk of infection like COVID-19. So what is the prevention that you can talk about it that's prevented to be, secondhand smoke? Is like the the risk like that is gonna be there. People gonna be exposed, but the only way is to do a prevention and establish like some policies that smoke free indoors, because the indoors that's the high risk that you have for exposure to the secondhand smoke and the third hand smoke, so that's why important to do campaigns. And this map road is helping us over here to give some guideline for um, how we can do enforcing this ban the tobacco advertising, the promotion that's targeting just the minorities, but especially now the concern for the young ones, the children is target for with the vapors, with flavors and everything. So you need to ban this advertising, because now it's coming on the kids with very young like age, like below, down just the 12 the teens, but the 10 years old, the 8 years old. So it's really that's for our kids. So we needed to just um motivated the parents, or and people for visit like smoke free public places with children's policies not being established in all the states, uh, and 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 then um, request them to do an annual um, medical annual screen for the preventive, for if they have um, condition already, for they don't cause disabilities on them. And this is my presentation. Thank you.